Success is not a mystery. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's a choice, a daily, deliberate choice to do what 99% of people will never do. That choice is what I call the 1% rule. If you want to live a life that most people only dream about, you must be willing to do the things that most people refuse to do. That's it. That's the whole secret. It's not about being born into privilege, having a special talent, or earning a fancy degree. It's about the decision you make every single day to face what's hard, uncomfortable, and inconvenient, because that's where real growth lies. Here's the truth. Most people want the reward, but not the work. They want success, but not the sacrifice. They want the dream, but not the discipline. The 99% will tell you it's too early, too late, too hard, too risky. They'll spend their lives making excuses. But the 1%, they move differently. They take the risk. They get up early. They stay up late. They show up when it's raining, when they're tired, when no one's watching. They do it anyway, because comfort is a trap. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Every great achievement, every life-changing breakthrough, lives just beyond your comfort zone. The 99% will guard their comfort zone like it's treasure, never realizing it's actually a cage. But the 1%, they run toward discomfort. They know pain is the price of progress. They know struggle builds strength. And they know failure isn't the end, it's the beginning. While most people are sleeping in, the 1% are already moving. While others are scrolling through their phones, the 1% are building their future. While most say, "I'll start tomorrow," the 1% are making moves today. And that's why they win. Not because they're luckier, smarter, or more talented, but because they're willing to do the work when no one else will. Here's something people forget. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to make massive leaps every day. You just have to be consistent, 1% better. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Motivation is temporary. It fades the moment life gets hard. But discipline, that's built through repetition, through showing up on the days you don't feel like it. Discipline is what keeps you going when your energy is gone, when the excitement disappears, when no one is cheering you on. The 99% wait to feel ready. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect mood. But the 1%, they don't wait, they move. They act before they feel ready. They know that progress creates motivation, not the other way around. You see, this path, the one you're on, it's not easy. It's lonely. It's painful. But that's exactly why it's powerful. Because the truth is, most people quit before they ever see results. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. One side stops when it gets hard, and the other side keeps going because it's hard. When the 99% say, "That's enough," the 1% say, one more rep, one more call, one more late night, one more day of consistency. That extra effort, that one more, is where the breakthrough happens. And let me tell you something. The 1% rule isn't just about money, success, or business. It's about how you live your life. It's how you handle your relationships, how you take care of your body, how you show up for the people who depend on you. It's about being the one who delivers, who follows through, who refuses to make excuses. The 1% choose growth over comfort. They choose purpose over pleasure. They choose to do what's right, not what's easy. And yes, it gets lonely, because most people won't understand you. They'll question why you push so hard, why you keep working when you could be relaxing, why you're obsessed with getting better. But they don't have to understand. They're not meant to. They're not on your path. The truth is, the 1% rule isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than the person you were yesterday. Every day, you're given a chance to rise, to improve, to push a little further than you did before. That's what separates those who grow from those who stay the same. See, the 99% think success is about massive leaps, big wins, overnight transformations, viral moments. But the 1% understand it's built on small, consistent steps. It's the hours no one sees, the practice, the patience, the discipline, the saying no when distractions call your name. It's keeping your word when quitting would be easier. The staying focused when the results aren't immediate. And that's what makes the grind so powerful and so lonely. Because when you're building something great, you'll often be alone. People won't always see your vision. They won't understand why you're sacrificing sleep, comfort, or fun. They'll tell you to slow down, to live a little, to be more like everyone else. But here's the truth. Greatness and average can't coexist. You can't chase both comfort and success. One will always kill the other. The 1% rule is about commitment. It's about choosing the hard path every day, even when no one's watching, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Because real progress doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly, slowly, in the background, while everyone else is distracted. And then one day you'll look up and everything will be different. You'll realize the grind was worth it. You'll realize the lonely nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices. They all built the foundation for your success. You'll see that while others were waiting for a lucky break, you were creating your own. That's what the 1% rule is all about. Not waiting, not wishing, not hoping. It's doing. Every single day. The 1% don't chase results, they chase habits. Because habits create results. When you master your habits, you master your life. The grind doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't wait for motivation, and it won't stop for your excuses. The grind demands consistency. It demands that you show up when no one's watching, when no one believes, when even you start to doubt yourself. That's what separates the 1% from everyone else. See, people love to talk about success. They post quotes, they make plans, they dream out loud. But when it's time to execute, when it's time to sacrifice sleep, comfort, and pride, most disappear. They want the finish line, but not the miles it takes to get there. The 1%, they run those miles. They keep going when the crowd goes home. They push when it's painful because they know pain is the toll you pay for greatness. They don't chase applause, they chase purpose. And yes, it's lonely. You'll lose people. You'll be misunderstood. You'll question if it's worth it. But the grind doesn't lie. It gives back exactly what you put in. Every early morning, every late night, every moment of doubt becomes a brick in the empire you're building. This life isn't for everyone. That's why it's called the 1%. It's not about talent or luck. It's about endurance. It's about refusing to quit when quitting feels like the only option. It's about believing in your vision when no one else does. So when you feel alone, remember, that's the sign you're doing something real. The grind isolates the weak and builds the strong. Keep your head down. Keep moving. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will ask how you did it. And you'll tell them the truth. You followed the rule. You stayed disciplined. You didn't stop when it hurt. You became the 1%. When it's all said and done, the question isn't whether you had the potential, it's whether you had the courage. Potential means nothing without action. Everyone has dreams. Only a few have the discipline to bring them to life. The 1% rule is more than a mindset, it's a lifestyle. It's a daily promise to yourself that no matter what happens, you'll show up. You'll fight through doubt, fear, and exhaustion because the goal matters more than your comfort. The world doesn't owe you success. It rewards the ones who earn it, the ones who refuse to stop, the ones who build when everyone else is sleeping. That's what this journey is about. Turning pressure into purpose, pain into fuel, and setbacks into comebacks. There will be days when you feel unseen, unheard, and unappreciated. That's normal. That's the process. The grind will test you. It'll strip away everything fake and show you who you really are. But if you can endure that, if you can keep walking through the fire instead of running from it, you'll come out unbreakable. Because the 1% don't just chase success, they become it. Their work speaks louder than their words. Their discipline becomes their legacy. So from this moment forward, make a choice. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more someday. Decide that you will not stop until your reality matches your vision. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the relentless. The 99% will wish, the 1% will work. And if you're still standing, tired, scarred, but unbroken, then congratulations. You are the 1%.